What currently legal thing do you expect to be illegal in the next 20 years? Government officials owning/trading individual stocks. Edit. Read the post as hoping and not as legit expecting. Edit 2. I was implying use of blind trust/broad index funds opposed to individual stocks. I agree, it won't happen. In practice, a strong transparency law would be a step in the right direction. You wish. Who would make that law? Also, they would just get their spouse to trade for them like they already do. Charities spending less than 5% of the money they are donated to the cause due to big overheads. One of the biggest disappointments was learning how little the Wounded Warrior Project actually spends on veterans. Most goes to overhead, then they donate to other organizations with their own overhead, and lastly they spend just enough on vets to drum up PR to get more donations. Data privacy violations. Hopefully. Depends on where you live. In Europe, GDPR is pretty awesome in this regard. GDPR is amazing in that it's actually been used to punish corporations for privacy breaches, while simultaneously being completely useless for protecting the privacy of end users. You have to opt into tracking and data harvesting now, so companies have started making insanely complex modals with massive accept all buttons on them. Anecdotally, 95% minus 98% of all users will click that. Completely manufactured consent there. IMO. We need laws that actually stop this shit. It shouldn't be legal to gather any data outside of access logs without real informed consent. If that completely destroys a given business, even better. If you can't exist without privacy violations, you shouldn't exist. Hopefully those family vlog channels on YouTube. You mean the ones where they're all yelling in large, nearly empty houses? I'm so happy that I have no idea what this means. Child marriage. Tennessee is trying to erase the legal age of requirements for marriage. Family vlog channels. There's been many instances where families have exposed intimate inappropriate parts of a child's upbringing, and I wouldn't be surprised if there are legal cases in the future for exploitation or damages. I'd say it will be age restricted at least, since the kids can't consent. My husband runs an ad agency, and they do a lot of collaborations with influencers, some of whom have been around since they were really young, were pushed into the business by their parents, or these family/mummy blog situations. He always says in 15 to 20 years when these kids are adults we are gonna see some unprecedented court cases of kids basically suing their parents for flaunting them online against their will. Often these influencers, God I hate that word, are making bank, and it would be interesting to see how much of this money actually reaches the kids, or is just being spent by the parents. Anyways, we have a total ban of posting images of our kid online because of this. Multi-level marketing. A lot more people are seeing these for what they are. I worked as an IT consultant for large e-commerce setups. We are talking contracts at the low end of maybe $50M plus. Some of the largest customers I worked with were MLMs based in Utah. There was no end to the money. They'd gladly fly in people from across the world to solve an issue, often at last minute, when most other companies would try solve it remotely. They were building systems capable of shipping more products per day than the Amazon warehouse down the road, which made no sense, but they needed it for the growth curve. It was absolutely insane. Family YouTube channels. Everyone remember that Daddy of 5 channel, where the guy got in trouble then cancelled for abusing his stepkids on YouTube. Then, and you can't make this shit up, he made a rap song about how he was the victim or some shit. That's right, a rap song. What a time to be alive. I remember that. Those poor kids, especially the young one with glasses. My heart broke for him. Didn't CPS step in? Telemarketing. God please, ban telemarketing. Make robo-dialing illegal, and require that insurance companies, banks, etc. give people an option to talk to a human in the initial menu. Here in Switzerland it is technically on the grey line. They can call you, but if your number is on a list, and they still call you, you are allowed to take them to court. Subscription services for certain product features. It's ridiculous that one requires a sub-service to use the key fob for his/her car. I feel that this is going to just get worse. I work at a car dealership. Was chatting with a customer who bought a new car for his daughter. He mentioned he just wish it came with remote start. He thanked me after I told him that it's better to get it aftermarket because the manufacturer charges a yearly fee after 6 months. This subscription shit is getting predatory. Commercials for drugs. Illegal in many countries already. I don't understand it to begin with. When I go to the doctor, they recommend the medication because they're the doctor. Do people go to the doctor and say, hey, I saw a commercial for Cymbalta, can I have a prescription for it? I mean they must, since they're advertising to someone, but it's just weird to me. I just assume the doctor knows better than I do. Edit. Alright, I understand now how this could work in certain situations. If it worked out for you, I'm glad it did. Edit 2. Also, to clarify, Cymbalta was just the first drug I thought of. I'm not making a statement on Cymbalta in particular. I've never taken it, and I know nothing about it. Companies buying single-family homes, hopefully. This is something I've become more interested in, because it's destroying the housing market in my area. If anyone is aware of bills, or lobbying efforts on this OMK, I would be interested in any orgs putting together model legislation. We were evicted for this very reason. Fucking sucks. We were paying $1,000 a month for a 3-bed 3-level townhome. Now we pay $1,700 for a 2-bedroom apt. The government is trying to make more affordable housing. What is affordable housing? If I make just too much then I have to have unaffordable housing. I hate this fucking world. I believe it is currently legal in 30 states for doctors to do pelvic exams on unconscious women without their consent for educational and teaching purposes. This better change soon. https://www.epsteinprogram.com/states banning unauthorized pelvic exams. https://www.healthywomen.org/am/pelvic exams unconscious women 2,652,781,553. https://www.route50.com/health-human-services/2020/0-pelvic exam bills/162,871/. Edit. Thank you everyone that is sharing their experiences, adding on more information, or providing additional examples of medical injustices. I definitely have been learning a lot. As someone who want to go into the medical field, there are so many new things others have brought up that I need to read into. Wait, you're saying they aren't doing this for medical procedures, but they're using an unconscious woman for educational purposes. I need to make sure I'm reading this right. Revenge porn can be found all across the United States. Many states have passed laws against this, but some have yet to do so. Within the next 25 years, all states will most likely have laws against it, or there will be a federal law prohibiting it. What is revenge porn? People leaking sexual videos with their partners as a revenge when they get dumped or cheated on. I hope that in the next 20 years a woman raping a man is classed as rape under UK law, because currently it isn't. The same problem exists in my state, here in the US. I was sexually assaulted by a woman and it completely derailed my life, with most of the worst stuff that happened occurred because I reported it. I was told over and over again by university officials, police, and other figures of authority that ultimately all that mattered was that I was a man and she was a woman. I was eventually expelled expressly for reporting and speaking out about the situation, and I have been fighting a legal battle with the university ever since over whether men can even be assaulted and how they handled my and other people's experiences. The law needs to be made gender neutral for everyone. Hey, I'm a social worker in Gap. I may have some connections that'll help you. ESP because it happened at a university. PM me. Beauty contest featuring underage contestants. I wanna say this will happen but it will probably get worse. Have you seen dance recitals? Pageants seem classy in comparison. If the game can be sold to children, it should not have microtransactions. More importantly, kids should not be playing adult games. I'm tired of 11-year-olds kicking my ass in Warzone. Edit. Since this is getting big, it's mostly a joke. I grew up as a young child playing these kind of games. I was there when teabagging became a thing. I've been teabagged, and I have done the teabagging. I have also been told how busy my mother is, and have told others how busy their mom was. The trick is be better than them. As a man in his 30s, I destroy children in Halo. Online tracking. I mean, why isn't this illegal already? If I would follow someone in real life and write down everything they do, I will get arrested. But Google can do exactly this with no problems. That would imply that Google doesn't lobby governments. Going to work while sick. Did pandemic teach us anything? I never understood this mentality. Just yesterday I had a minor corns flare up. Nothing serious, just post flare up. It's not a comfortable in general, for want of a better word. My boss, stay at home and do what work you can for the day. Don't use up a sick day for that. Also, my boss, you have a cold? Not COVID. Please work from home all the same. No need to pass it on to others. Nah, doesn't need a sick day, just do what you can. The end. Thanks for watching.